Granblue Radio! What's up, everyone? It's week 6. Don't worry, I didn't forget. Just testing you.
You tested me a little bit, too.
I know. I noticed that people actually expected me to edit that out in post last time.
Oh, man, when I was doing a podcast,
Wow!
whenever we said...
Congratulations!
You know, that's not supposed to do that. But go on.
No, I was gonna say, when I was doing a podcast, we would always say, oh, we will edit that out in post. But mostly we were just making Star Wars references and not actually doing any post-editing.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do that, actually. It's a pretty old joke now.
Yeah.
Well, either way. Thanks for shout-outs to the 3 people and Hitachi who just subscribed. Shout-outs to you guys. But yeah, it's Granblue Radio episode 6. I got a haircut. I think that's the biggest news this week.
Well, I mean, there was a Granblue channel that was pretty dense. We'll be going over that later.
Yep, and there's some stuff we didn't cover last week too. We kind of forgot until like the very end. So it'll be good to get to that today as well.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, before we start, I guess let's just go straight to the mailbox. Last week we asked you, what's a currently non-playable character in Granblue Fantasy that you want to have a playable version of? Did you have anything that you wanted to actually like say?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, easily. It's gonna be Skathech from Noish's event, the Noish, Hellas, and Sarawil event that was last year. She just was a cool design. She's a little dragon girl in a hoodie who just drags around Noish and tells him what to do, and he feels so guilty for killing her the first time that, he does it. He just does her bidding because he feels really guilty that killing her kind of, ruined things for everyone on his island. So it's actually really cool. I liked the character. Tone is a big fan of that character. We share a lot of art of that character whenever we find it. She was actually really big in a lot of circles when she first came out. People are like, when is she playable? When is she playable? People have forgotten about her with the newest hotness for NPCs, which is Alicia. But I mean, I just like the Sarawil, Noish, and Hellas story stuff. It's just serious enough without being grim, and the characters themselves are fun enough to be without being silly, like Luane. So it's a nice little middle ground compared to Edgelord Stan and 3 guys goofing around in a cafe for a week and a half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think I definitely wasn't playing during that time.
Oh man, it was one of my first story events. It was the first one that I really did seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And that one was a lot of fun just because they gave you Fire Noish in that event, who is still a very viable tank. And he's one of those guys who just sits there being like, well, my day will come again. If you ever need me, I'm here.
Yeah. Like I feel like I missed out on a lot of that like useful event content back then, because there was like Hecaton Chair and like I guess that's the big one really in my
Hecaton is the Hecaton and Ebisu are like the 2 most coveted event summons.
Yeah, Ebisu is really good too. I mean, just it's cool too, but it's also really good.
Yeah, it does something that you can't get except on like Pengi.
That's right, huh?
So anyway, yeah, that was my pick. There are a few others that I can. The joke is that Astaire is not playable, but even though she's actually an event SR from like a year and a half ago, but
people were speculating on Twitter earlier that maybe she would get an SSR soon. I don't know.
It's because of the ad they put on the back of Shonen Jump, right? Where it was it was the splash page for the Sutera and Aster event, which I think predates Metro coming out too, doesn't it?
I have no idea, actually.
I can't remember. I'd have to look at the timeline.
Yeah, I think, I don't know.
You don't know who
I don't really see that happening. But yeah, as for like a playable character, I would probably go with... Personally, I'm kind of an Adam kind of guy.
Adam was hype when he came out. I was like, we need more dudes in big armor.
Yeah, because there's no real like dude in big armor SSR as far as I can remember. That's like really cool. Because like there's Bazaraga, but he's like too edgy, and then there's no like NPC Holy Saber really.
Yeah, there's like Gawain, who doesn't really count because he's Char.
Yeah, because like none of them are really like that. Like they don't have that like paladin look, you know.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a lot of knights in armor, but none of them are like the paladin.
They're all pretty boys.
Yeah.
Except for Baza, who we don't know whether he's pretty or not.
There's also there's nothing like in between. There's like Bao Toda too, but he's kind of like he leans on burly kind of thing.
Oh yeah, he's definitely burly, especially since he comes in a package deal with Charlotta, so it makes him look even more burly.
Yeah, I still don't have him actually.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah, he looks at least fun to use, but yeah.
When Cerberus comes back around, I hope you have him because he houses her. It's great. She just triple attacks him and he just counters her, and you just are like, oh, that was a casual million damage you just did. Good work.
I don't know. Like if she came back, they probably have to add Maniac, right? And then
Probably.
If they did that, then I don't know. Like maybe I'm not really sure how useful he would be in that fight, but I really don't know. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I have no idea about Maniac. I mean, you would still probably just use Sachiko, right?
I don't know. I would probably just auto attack through it because I'm at the point in that game already against a dark enemy. You know?
Racist. I mean, yeah, I know.
I mean, yeah, specialized against that kind of thing, but yeah, I think. All right, let's take a look at what you guys said. Let's see.
Wait, did you say what you wanted?
Yeah, Adam.
James or no? Okay, Adam, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, like, runner-up for me would be like the idol manager, but I don't even know what she would do. Like, I think of the idol girls, I think I liked Giora the most in the end.
Oh, we're not allowed to be friends anymore? No, I'm kidding. I don't even remember their names, to be perfectly honest. I'd have to go into my summons list.
There's like Dianza and Giora, like they were like fighting it out in my head, but then like until they get a character, I can't really imagine the Magic getting a character.
Yeah, and then they would have to make there would be so much infighting in the fan base if they made only one of them an idol character and not the other four.
They just have to give like I think they could only pick like the leader and then like all the skills. Like they give that character 4 skills and each one calls the other character.
It would be like having Yoon or Kyosuke in CVS 2. They would only show up in like the Ogi or something.
Yeah. I don't really know any other way to do that. But anyway, let's take a look at some of the mail we got.
Alright, let's take a look.
Alright, Watermelon writes, he'd like Drang, you know, from the story. And the reason he writes is, playable Tomokazu Sugita.
I mean... The question is what he would actually do. Like, he spends most of his time in story mode sneaking around and trying not to talk to Fairy, so that she doesn't, like, ask him, it's like, so, who's this grandma you keep talking about? And then things would just get amazingly awkward between the two of them.
I mean, I don't know how awkward... I mean, because he seems kind of like... He seems like the kind of guy, like, when he gets like, found out, then it's okay kind of thing. Like, he kind of tries to play it off. But,
And Fairy is really gullible, so maybe it would work out.
Yeah, I think so, too, actually. I don't know. I kind of like the character. Actually, I thought his name was Drunk for the longest time.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And then I remembered my German education thanks to my boy Schwarzbruder. And then I remember that Sturmendrang was the one where he spins like a top and turns into like 5 different Gundams.
Yeah, but like,
oh yeah, it's German.
Yeah, cause like he's always holding alcohol, so I was like, I guess it kind of works. But
is he holding alcohol? I thought he was holding like an orb or something like
really?
that.
I thought it was like a wine glass.
I have to look now.
Me too.
Anyway, they're eventually gonna get in here though.
Really, really, really swag. Yeah.
Let's take a look at his portrait.
Unfortunately, I'm playing bingo. I can't actually like pull it out.
Don't worry, I got it for you.
I'm about to find it.
Yeah, he's holding potions or like apothecary globes for him, presumably to throw down and They like smoke bomb or something, because he's got a giant potion on his belt too.
Yeah, I do see that. I just thought it was like a wine glass, honestly. Well, the more you learn. Does that?
Yeah.
It does look like wine to me, though.
I mean, it
Unfortunately,
does,
I got
especially
black
because of the
box
way he's
though.
holding it. Maybe, he's one of those kinds of guys who would sneak a flask onto the battlefield shaped like a grenade.
Yeah, I guess. I just thought he was really cool. Oh well, I guess my opinion.
I mean, he is
slightly
pretty
lower
cool.
now. I mean, as a playable character, he could be like an alchemist. He could make you a potion. That's a really useful ability, actually.
The only one who has that so far, other than the actual alchemist class, is Halloween Charlotta, I think.
Yeah, or that the rare that digs you a hole.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think that would actually be pretty good if he had it. I mean, I don't know what element he'd end up being if he got like a new weapon or whatever, but... Oh well. Well, alright, let's move on. Let's see... I actually don't know who this character is, and they didn't write their name, but they wrote Gareth?
Gareth was the character, an NPC knight from the Punished Lancelot event, where everyone thinks that she's being mind controlled by the villain, but she's like, no, I actually want to do this, and it's like she's very waif-ish in character, if not in design. So people were just like, oh, let's have a girl knight.
I see. I think I definitely played that event. I just don't remember, I don't remember her name, because, I was like a baby, so
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
And by the way, curse you for dragging me back into the bingo mines. Watching you play bingo makes me want to play bingo again. Even though neither of us really need to play bingo unless they announce how much the casino skins cost.
Yeah, I mean, I do need to win out of Super Bingo, actually. I
Need
it
is
for
a
the
strong
gun
word.
elementals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I done bought those a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, she is kind of a waifu. I will admit to that. And I guess, we can never have too many knights, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah, in terms of her combat gear, it's very plain.
Mhm.
People were just looking for her in the night dress.
Yeah, wait, you're a waifu? That's my exact reaction.
Exactly.
Mm.
And also, she does mean that they would be continuing the Knight's storyline, which people do want.
Yeah, I think it is a pretty cool story to begin with, so it might be around the time for them to add new knights, honestly.
It's true. I mean, but the thing is that when they're adding new knights right now, they're going to be adding those rainbow knights that Apollonius was part of, and then Leash's dad, and then the other people. I'm really curious about the purple potato knight.
Me too, actually. But it'll probably be like a gruff, cool dude, which is okay, I guess, but...
They tried the gruff potato thing with Uno, and no one really likes Uno.
You're probably right, actually. But I don't know if they would change that design at this point. Whoops. Premature launch.
I'm not saying anything.
So, let's see. Next person says... Sarah writes, Freesia. So...
Wow,
she's
they would
from
have to...
Yeah. She's from the story. I guess, the only real interaction with her you get is fighting her in a giant spider robot.
Yeah, pretty much. And then also, I think the reason that Freesia gained any kind of traction at all, other than being just a villain who shouts a lot, was because of Let's Hang.
Yeah, I don't know. She doesn't really have much non-villain stuff, honestly.
It's pretty much all from Let's Hang.
Yeah. She does have a cool design, though. I like her design. But
I'm a fan of putting more runes in the game, so I will always be for this.
Let's see. Yeah, there's not a lot of characters with glasses, actually, on top of that.
I do have Arusha, and she's very useful. It's just that, unfortunately, my light team was officially retired the other day when I realized that my water team can solo Celestes now easily. So, well, goodbye, Arusha. You were You were almost useful, and then I just retired my entire light grid.
Yeah, I like Arusha, but she's probably like too nice. I guess. Anyways, so Sirojin writes, I love her design, and I think there should be more evil characters in the mix. Do we have any actual evil characters that are playable?
Dark Sarunan.
Does
I mean,
that count?
He does kill entire villages.
It's true. How does he even join you? I don't have him, so I don't know.
I would have to ask people who have done his Fate episodes.
Yeah, because I know he's probably evil-ish, but you know, I guess he's like the only ostensibly actual evil character, huh?
I mean, Kag is kind of evil.
I would say like lawful evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like Saruman kind of strikes me more of a chaotic neutral kind of thing, but
He just wants to do his own thing, screw everybody else.
yeah.
But I mean, he did kind of kill an entire village, so, you know.
All for the waifus.
Yep.
Let's see. Alright, let's move on then. I guess we'll do like one more.
Okay.
And how about, let's see. This person writes, did not follow directions, but I guess the character Prim. It's the this person's name is Prim, and I don't know. It's like
I was searching my memory for a character named Prim.
There's no character named Prim. Sorry, I misspoke. But anyways, there's the casino bunny girl. I'm not sure what her name is. I don't think she has an entry in Lyria's journal. I think she means the not playable one, not Telvius.
Yeah, the one who works the cage.
Yeah, the bingo girl.
Encourages you. Yeah. Because I mean, the other casino bunny girl is Therese in her alternate costume.
I guess like I've heard her voice enough that I don't need to hear it anymore.
Yeah, no thanks.
Juichi. Fuck. Alright, so what do you think? What do you think was the best response today?
I mean, Sturm and Drang have been a request for a long time, and you know, because they were technically on opposite sides, they've been out of the running for a while. But now that Apollonius actually has joined, then they're eligible. So they're the most likely.
Yeah, I think so too.
But the answer I appreciated the most was, I would say, I think Gareth, because I would look forward to the event that we would get Gareth in. I mean,
I'm there with you. I think Sturm and Drang is kind of like a given, honestly.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll give it to Gareth this time around. I forgot to actually explain I forgot to read what they wrote, by the way. We got two observant talking about her. I guess we'll just it just says here in all caps, she gets bullied in the story event and it's cute. So there you have it. You're the winner.
Wow. Cute bullying is basically what Granblue has become known for. You saw the 4-panel with Furiosa Potato, right?
Yeah. I mean, it feels like there's... I don't know. I think that's just the main trope of the game, honestly.
He's just tying people to things and like threatening them with not actual torture.
Yeah, that's... I mean, Granblue is rated, what, PG?
Basically.
Well, there you have it, stream. Anyways, that's our mailbox segment for this week. You brought it up earlier where they mentioned there's going to be casino skins, right?
Mm-hmm. That was part of the live stream.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to add like one more game. So stream, if you have an idea of what game they should add, let us know in the mailbox this week.
Yep.
And if you are the winner, we will send you 50 crystals. You know, just it's like a sixth of a roll, but you know, just for a shout out. Thanks for hooking us up. But yeah, personally, I don't know. I'm not very good at any casino game, so as long as it's not like a bingo clone, I'm good, I think.
I mean, blackjack would be the fastest game to play in Granblue, and so it would be the easiest way to bleed you out of your hard-earned casino chips also, because they would have to do some fancy footwork to try and make that in your favor. Because blackjack is... the rules are pretty established, and those rules are very, like, overall in the house's favor. And so they would have to do some very, like, deviant things to the game of blackjack in order to make it player favored.
Maybe like have it be you can see like you have like powers or something that you can see what like the next 2 cards are or something like that. Like
Maybe.
I don't know. They can do whatever they want really, but I mean it's
true.
not like the poker makes any sense.
I mean, the thing is that poker is a very established form of getting you to play the game more while giving you a casino game that is obviously rigged in your favor.
Yeah.
Tails games have had that exact form of poker for years.
They could do like they could just do blackjack, but then you like do you want to double up? But instead of like doubling up like with that mini game, you double up with some other mini game.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking, I don't know, cause like technically the double up game is basically glorified roulette, but you know they could just do roulette. I don't know. I guess let us know, stream. What's a good idea? Give us your
the double up game is mostly just doing weighted coin flips in your favor for money, which is, you know, appreciated.
So stream,
it's what
let us
makes that
know.
game vastly in your favor.
Yeah, so let us know what your hotness is. Fuck. These are bad bingo plays.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I'm
stream, let's move on.
down 1 million since we started. Damn you, James, for
Alright.
pulling me back into this bingo hell.
So anyways, last week we didn't talk about something we wanted to talk about, which was... Uh-oh, I guess the appropriate music came on. So last week, we talked a lot about a lot of characters, but we didn't talk about this one. There's a black box as a placeholder, but behind her it's Zoe. Also the Order Grande.
Or Grand Order if you actually want to say things that are not like super tuny sounding.
I kind of like the Order Grande, but
I kind of do too, but Grande once again is one of those words that gets overused just because it sounds cool to them. Because, you know, Grande just means big, so it's like big order, great.
it's fine with me, really.
And then, you know, there's the superstar ability, which is Skyrealm Song in English, but in Japanese it's Song of Grande, Song of Big. Yes, that was my favorite track in Sonic the Hedgehog, Song of Big.
I actually kind of like a healthy amount of English in my video games.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's so much of it in this game.
So anyways, this is the character you get if you frequent Yahoo auctions or you happen to apply for a Japanese credit card, whichever one of those occurred first for you. And I haven't actually had a chance to watch her Fate episode yet, but apparently Zoe is actually not her real name anyway.
Oh no?
No, it's apparently like, I think some character can't pronounce the Order Grande, so they just call her Zoe. Order Grande, they just kind of fused it into Zoe, apparently. I didn't actually watch it yet, but I don't know if that's
That
real.
makes sense, though. It's kind of like just calling someone AJ. It's like, oh, all right, you know what? We're just going to take things that everybody understands and just smush them together, and then we have a name.
You know, if that's true, how does that work in English? There's no Z in the English name.
I think they'll just make it so it's like, you know what? We'll just call you Zoe. Just give her an arbitrary nickname, and then they're just not going to bother trying to figure out the... You know.
But yeah, I mean, the character is actually kind of interesting.
And thankfully not required for anything. Thank
Yeah.
God.
So her first ability is a nuke that costs 20 meter. 20 meter, right? Yeah. And
Let me
it's
pull up the
it's a
pseudo
pretty
name.
strong one too. It's 4.5 times multiplier.
Which is the standard Ogi multiplier.
Yeah, so
For
it's
reference.
basically an Ogi for 20 meter, which is that's a lot.
What's the damage cap on it? It's 630k. So
Yeah.
if you start Ogiing for more than that, then oh no, you're wasting a small amount of damage. But you know what? Whatever. It means that you're too powerful for things to matter anyway.
The other effect that the ability has is that it increases her aggro and it stacks with itself. So, it's kind of interesting in the sense that like, even if she loses meter from spending that, she gets it back getting hit, you know?
And did you know that there is a secret effect on it?
Yeah, it's similar to the Street Fighter one.
It is exactly the Street Fighter ones.
Yeah, so as the more you hit with this ability, eventually it's like 10 of it increases 10 of the secret gauge, and then if you get up to 100, it actually causes a stun. So if it's a really long fight, it's actually really strong, and it's a 30-second one too, so it's not bad at all.
Or you can put her on a Grande team with Ryu, Chun-Li, or Karin. Huh?
You could do
How
that.
about it?
Yeah. I mean, either way, it just by itself it's pretty strong because also the cooldown is really short too. It's only 3 turns. So.
Wait, on Spin Slash?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the 7 turns is how long her aggro up lasts. Good lord.
So, as long as you can fuel the meter, which you might be able to because of how much aggro she'll have, you can actually get a lot of these up and going, and then it just, it's kind of just like when you're doing some kind of long-ish battle, it's like the finishing blow.
Man, if only there was some way for Light Element to build meter. Gee.
Yeah, so honestly, just the first skill alone is quite strong. As for the second skill, it gives herself 2 hits of illusion at a 6 or at a 7 to 6 cooldown. Which I mean, it's not really like amazing, but it's not bad either.
I mean, it's exactly what you want on a tank, is just being able to draw aggro to yourself and then get out of the way.
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of worse than characters that have like cover plus counter or whatever, but it does have other more practical applications, like if you get hit by a single hit Ogi, it's actually gonna prevent you from getting hit by it.
And as a note, it also is worse than Yoda's version of the same thing because she gets debuffed still, and Yoda's just like, nope.
Yeah, she also will be hit by AoE attacks.
Yeah.
Which, according to what they said on Granblue channel, also dispels it. I've never actually had an illusion that hits for 2 turns, so.
You don't have Petra? Because that's exactly how Petra's works.
I see. Yeah, I don't have her.
Yeah, same thing with 6.
So yeah, AoE is quite. I mean, it is what it is. It's not gonna avoid AoE at all. And then the third ability, Thunder. Maybe they'll translate this to Raigeki in English. With a Yu-Gi-Oh humor for you there.
Thanks, Lichy Lich.
Yeah, it's what is it? Basically, it does damage to all enemies and also causes a random debuff. It's only 3 different debuffs, which is attack down, defense down, or debuff resistance down, and it stacks with itself on a 6-turn cooldown. But given that it's random, it's unlikely that you'll stack it with itself, but also, apparently, because it's a stacking ability, it also stacks with things like Miserable Mist and Armor Break.
Yeah, it'll stack with everything.
So it's actually pretty strong, assuming you can get the one you really want. I mean, none of those are bad, which is the good thing.
And I mean, the nuke isn't bad either. It's a 3 to 3.5 times nuke, which, is pretty standard for an SSR's nuke, honestly, but, I mean, it helps. Think about poor Quatra, or Fior, who just gets the random debuff part and not the actual damage part.
Yeah, also on top of that, it does have, because it is an AoE, I guess if you have to deal with her own, her own matchup, you could actually use it against her own illusion.
It's true.
Yeah. And then, which is, overall, I think if she was a commonly usable character in, the 18-man HLs that may come out in the future, she's actually probably kind of really good, because you could eventually, because it's a stacking ability, and if there's a bunch of you who had her, then you could kind of just, everyone just throw it on. But, yeah,
have people done testing on Street Fighter Dizzy to see if it also has diminishing returns?
I don't actually know. But
I'll have to look into that.
yeah, I actually had to read it, because she's the first SSR that has,
Street Fighter Dizzy?
yeah, so then
Yeah.
people actually will care about it, and probably somebody will look into it.
We should probably just test this on Chev or something else that doesn't die but will eat a bunch of Street Fighter abilities for free.
But yeah, according to JWiki, there's no real information on it. It just says if you use it 10 times, you'll stun. The opponent must have a lot of health for it to work. It doesn't really say that with it stacking with the Street Fighter one, though, so I don't know.
I mean, it uses the same icon.
Yeah, it does.
but that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Yeah, and actually she has a fourth ability that she gets at max level, which is it's a field ability, which actually like kind of rare on characters as of right now.
There are exactly 3.
Yeah, but what it is it's a field ability that the longer the field is up, the more everybody double or triple attacks. That includes the enemy too, though. So
welcome to the hyper mode team that is her and Flare Potato.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting in the sense that if you are in a situation, I mean, because I think in general this effect favors the players, because as opposed to Flare, which is kind of even or bad, this ability, because bosses, their attacks are unfocused a lot of the time, and because they also are forced to Ogi, in general, I feel like this ability more benefits the players as a whole.
I can see that.
Yeah, that's how I look at it, at least. But then the other thing is that other players have other double and triple attack abilities, so I'm actually not 100% sure about that. It's in theory, that's what I would say.
The main problem is, of course, that there are certain points in boss fights where you just don't want them to triple and double attack because they will murderfy you. Like Nataku low health, for example. Let's see here. Well, Shev always multi-attacks at low health with HL.
Yeah,
but,
also,
you know, imagine Yggdra's HL multi-attacking for her, like, 6k.
Yeah, like Bahamut, like Proto Bahamut HL at the very end is like 10k per hit too. So
Yeah, so...
I guess if you think about it, against an enemy that always multi-attacks, it's also kind of useful, weirdly enough.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, either way, it's probably something that's not really... It's more of like a bonus, I think.
Yeah.
I think just in her first and third abilities are quite good already. Her Ogi itself, it resets her amount of aggro, so I guess that's not really a buff, depending how you look at it.
It depends on how low she is.
Yeah,
and her ability to recover.
It's kind of a weird ability. It kind of like disynergizes a little bit with what you want her to do, but who knows? I guess it's kind of just something you end up doing anyway. Though I don't know how much you really want to build up aggro anyway, too. And then as for her passive, yeah. Did you want to say something?
No, I was just think about what happens to Rosetta when she has too much aggro, and you just start once again eating like egg pillars in the face, and you're like, well, she's dead. That was nice.
Yeah, I think and anyways, her passive is like the more different colored units you have on your team, the like her status goes up. It's kind of vague, but I assume it's some kind of buff.
It's explicit. Well, it's not explicit. Tsundome has it. So for every different element on the team, she gets 15% attack up, which is on the character multiplier.
Mm-hmm.
She gets 7.5% defense up, 10% DA, and 3% TA.
Wow, for every character, huh?
Yeah, for every different element on your team, which, by the way, includes the first one.
Yeah.
So by default, even if you have her on an all-light team, her double attack rate is 17%, and her triple attack rate is 6%.
Wow, that's pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah.
Seems awfully strong.
I mean, her stats are kind of low, but that's, you know, the standard thing they do to all of the auto double attackers or people with fiendishly high DATA rates. I mean, Albert has it, Six has it, and I forget who else. But it's one of those standard things you do in a mobile game when somebody has some sort of sick multiplier on their damage.
Yeah, I mean, she has the base character multiplier on top of that too, so it seems kind of strong. Well then, either way, I mean, I probably will never consider getting here until like the codes go down a certain level. I mean, I really want the character though. It can't really be helped, but I probably wouldn't use her.
Yeah, Tsundome, his judgment on the character is she's there to ease your mind and heal you while you watch your credit rating go down.
Yeah, I feel like she's definitely like not non-essential, but she's really cute.
Thank God.
Yeah, either way. Let's see. All right, I guess that covers it for this time around. There weren't any other new characters that came out in the recent times, but we did get to hear that Sakura Taisen will have 3 different characters that will be coming out starting, I guess, Thursday for us. But
Yeah. We actually get a break day in between events this time.
yeah, I mean, it's okay, I guess. So I do think that I'm pretty excited for it. I just want to see what the weapon is. I'm just so curious.
Or if there's going to be multiples. Tails event was the other precedent for this, and it had both Yuri Katana and Sophie Fist, I believe. So
I would like... My dream is a light spear, but I don't think anybody uses spears.
it would be, let's see, there is a Naginata that Sumire uses in Sakura Taisen 1. There is... Who else uses anything spear-like? There's a lance that Rennie uses in 2, and those are the ones I can think of. I can't... Let's see, in 3 it's a gun, a claw, like magician things. What do the rest of them use? I forget now.
But yeah, just a quick Google, like, the famous looking weapons are all guns and
Katana.
katanas, honestly.
Yep. I'm personally fairly certain they're going to be katanas, but I've been wrong before.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything other than that, but they're all kind of advantageous to me, unless it's like randomly off element, like... I mean, oh shit. Damn, this was actually kind of close. Super bingo wise.
I got Super Reach twice the other day, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not allowed to complain about Super Reaches not turning in anything. People will drive to my house, ring my doorbell, and slap me in the face.
Yeah, I mean...
Family Guy style if I complain about bingo at any point.
I never complain about bingo anymore. I just suffer, and I suffer quietly.
Exactly. That's all I'm allowed to do, given that I think have the most Super Bingos on record. I think I'm tied with somebody on your Discord.
Really? Maybe
I
Dark
am at-
Cow. I know Dark
I'm at
Cow's
5.
better. Yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, I'm pretty curious. I just hope it's good. And I guess regardless of what element it is, hope it's good.
Yeah, no more fists, please.
This seems extremely unlikely, but I guess stranger things have happened.
Yeah, I was trying to like figure out all of the lore weapons in Sakura Taisen, but there's so many of them. It's like, what if they bring back Satan as the villain for this one from 1, and then they can have his katana as a dark katana? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I haven't actually played any of the games personally myself, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it, honestly. Yeah, you're right, actually. There's a character that uses Naginata. Maybe we'll get a spear.
I don't know if they're gonna do that. Like, that is a side, not really a side character, but a character who's not involved at all in the event.
Yeah, I'm just really curious, honestly. But like, cause it's from across multiple games, isn't it? So
yeah, it's 1, 3, and 5.
It actually could be related to the enemy. That is like just like in
Well, so 5, the villain was okay. So in 1, the villain was Satan. In 5, the villain was Oda Nobunaga. In 3, the villain was a clown. Trying to remember 2's villain right now. It's been so long. Oh man, I feel like I'm failing my Sakura Taisen brothers.
You're supposed to be the expert here, man.
I was an expert 15 to 20 years ago.
Yeah, I guess like cause an Idol Master, the weapon is from the enemy, so like the unknown weapons are all like Pinya weapons, right? So
But that's also that in Idolmaster there's just no combat in the original game.
yeah, but you know, it just seems feasible for like the boss to drop the weapon if it's, you know, his weapon.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Oh man, what if the unknown weapon is the Arc de Triomphe that turns into a big revolver and just shoots people into space? that would be appropriate to Granblue Fantasy, and
would
also
the
the
Ogi be?
stupidest thing possible.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. As
I'm
for
really looking forward to the music at the very least. Just super nostalgia time for me.
Yeah, I'm pretty curious myself. Maybe if I can fix a secret stream somehow, maybe I'll watch something. Or watch like a let's play of the game while we play Granblue. Let's see. As for upcoming events, the event after Sakura Taisen is Guild War. And it's revealed that the enemies will be water type. Surprising many.
Why is it surprising to many, actually?
I don't know, just because of the numbers?
Well, at this point, we made it to even with everything, except for Dark because of Halloween. So anything was pretty much fair game other than doing Earth Enemy again.
I felt like it seems like... Well, I don't know. It seems just kind of unbalanced since Christmas was water. But I guess that was half a year ago, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, by the time it comes around, that was actually just like an actual half year ago, so...
It's fair, it's fair. I mean, it's just because, like, they skipped Guild War, so I guess that's part of the reason, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I would have liked a light enemy Guild War so I could, like, just get more stuff, but... I feel like they never do that again. Unless without, like, a specific reason. Because, like, everyone needs light mats, so then everyone go crazy during, like, Guild War.
Everyone goes crazy during Guild Wars anyway. Let's be honest about this.
I mean, it's just go crazy and get more out of it. I mean, because, like,
Exactly.
what was it? Slayers was... Like, the scores were, like, really high despite being all these, like, cool bonuses. That made
I mean,
it easier.
the moon inflation problem is pretty real.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm pretty curious. But I guess with this one being water, I guess we'll get the water beast thingy.
Genbu?
Not that one. The one that's like a palette swap of the other thing.
Oh yeah, the pummeling water thing.
Yeah, let me look that up.
But well, the interesting thing with this will be what they will do with the 5 stars that they announced. Are those going to be before Guild Wars, and then so people will use that Guild Wars to level up Siegfried, or will it be afterward? Usually it's afterward. Although, wait, didn't the latest 5-star wasn't it Vera? Didn't she drop basically during Guild Wars? I have to look check on that
Vera
time.
was decidedly before Guild War, and then
Okay.
Athena was around it, like Guild War. So we could probably see a timeline like Siegfried dropping. I guess like people may not know what we're talking about, but basically they announced 5-star characters as well, and 5-star summon, which is Bale, Siegfried and Bale. So the person who answered Siegfried a week ago, congratulations, you were correct. Though we all really speculated it.
Yeah, the interesting things will be what they do other than take the minus defense off of his self buff, which is something that people are used to from Birdman,
Yeah.
and is honestly really important to do to a character to make them viable.
I feel like... I'm not sure. I think he's in 4th skill territory where it's like his toolset is too limited otherwise.
Unless they do the Yule thing to him before her 4th skill came into effect, where it's just like, you know what, we're just gonna slap team buffs on every single button.
I don't see that happening, but... I don't know. I feel like Earth needs, like... I don't actually know if Earth needs anything, but certainly it's kind of boring to play a lot of the time.
The only thing that Earth offers that is like unique is Catherine. Other than that, you just sort of feed Ogi to everybody and then just sort of throw things around, you know?
Yeah, I feel like he probably needs a 4th skill, honestly. One with like a short cooldown or something, or like there's some kind of equally like powerful effect. A lot of his skills are like long cooldown and they don't really do a whole lot.
Yeah, like one of them is essentially just a duration.
Yeah, it is.
But that it gives you meter though, because Earth is all about just feeding characters meter.
Maybe like that ability will give everybody meter. That would be pretty cool.
But then it would basically be, well, never mind. It would be a duration version of what Kag already has.
Yeah, it would be like, cause like Vampy has an ability like that too, but
Yeah, it slows.
yeah. So I mean, that'd be kind of cool. I think that'd be useful.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're really looking for with all of these 5 stars is useful over like, game breaking, right? Like
Yeah.
the Vera upgrade was to turn a character who was just a Veilbot into a viable attacker. The 5-star character before that, who was the 5-star character who came before Vera? The one previous to this? It was shoot. It's been a while. Was it Yule?
I think it was just Yuo, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. And then that was to give another utility character like even more utility because she used to scale awfully,
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it was just sort of trying to give people more options for HL, where a bunch of them are, because there's so many characters who just fall into a deep pit and just stay there.
Yeah, I do feel like they like Siegfried, because if he does get the 5-star, I feel like some of his cooldowns may come down a little bit again, and then we'll see something like maybe skill 3 like affecting everybody, or like having some kind of cool auxiliary effect that actually matters. That's what I think. But
who knows? They've got their own ideas, and they're quite clear about not really caring what other people think.
I still think he's a very cool character.
Oh yeah, I love the character. Once again, it goes back to the really cool knights, right?
Yeah. He's got some weird like leg thing going on though.
Don't worry about it. No one cares about his legs. They just care about his face because obviously they've given him 2 skins so far from events where it's just helmet on and helmet faceplate open.
He's seriously doing the stanky leg in this Ogi.
Don't worry about it. Just look, sometimes you just gotta watch him whip and gotta watch him nene, and then he's got a stanky leg, okay? Just don't judge.
But yeah, I think it'll be fine either way. I'm looking forward. As for Bale, I'm not really sure. I'd like Bale to be good.
Well, Bale already is good, but not in like a main summon way. It's in one of those always keep this in mind for putting into your subgroup ways.
I feel like none of the light summons have been bad yet, so it's about time. Am I right about that?
Light? What?
Light, like light. All the light, half light summons, none of them are bad yet, huh? The 4-star ones.
No, none of them are bad yet. But I mean, Bale is Earth, so.
Yeah, but he's Earth and he's part of light, so I don't know.
Oh, is he? Oh, because he affects light. You're right.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that part of the Bale effect.
Yeah, so like, what was it? Like Odin obviously is great because he's dark and light, so But then Lich turned out kind of sad.
Poor Lich.
Yeah, I don't know why Lich is so just. I guess it's because it's part of water.
What?
All the half water summons are kind of weak.
I mean, just because you're right doesn't mean this doesn't hurt.
I actually I pull Flanglass for Stargacha.
I pulled Marius, so taste it.
I super regretted it immediately. I was like, ugh, what did I do this for? I convinced myself to do it because I needed moons. I only got 1 bronze moon from that.
R.I.P.
Yeah, I gotta show you. This is a realistic reenactment of my Stargacha. Yeah, that's me.
So that means that you're ready for our money match later in this radio show.
Yeah.
All of the enthusiasm is gone. You've been beaten down by the world.
That was pretty tough, man. I think I tried to roll a character for. Yeah. Either way, though, I think that'll be interesting. I think what else was there to talk about today? I guess also mentioned on this week's Granblue channel was, so we mentioned like last time or so that there's gonna be like a loc test and like for Defend Order, which is the new content, right? And then it was like only a certain number of people who could come, and if you didn't get in, then you don't get in, right? So they announced on Granblue channel that even for people who don't get in, you could just watch on stream like what they're gonna do actually. So they're
I'm
gonna
okay
do a
with that.
stream on the 14th, and then we'll be here as usual.
Mhm.
So,
Grinding away at Sakura Taisen while watching the live stream again.
yeah, apparently that's the thing. They're gonna be streaming what's gonna happen with that particular new content. I'm really curious about it because I don't know what kind of players they selected, or if like you have to use like a shitty account instead of your own account or something.
I usually am a fan of pre-seeded accounts being given to people because, I mean, who knows what they're gonna try and do, right?
Yeah, I know. Because like, what was it during the Christmas stream? They like did that battle where everyone could join, and then like the lead, like the camera for one, like the thing was just whoever was in first place, and the guy was like chugging potions and doing like Ogi chains. It was pretty amazing.
Oh, that's actually one of my favorite YouTube videos is the double potion samurai team.
Yeah, that's a pretty good video.
I love that video. It's, what is it? Samurai, Octo, Samurai Potato, and Jin. And he just chugs 2 potions and does an 8 chain, and then double chugs and 8 chains.
Yeah, because it was Christmas, that guy had like a serious Earth team too. So it was like Octo and like good Earth characters. It was like Octo, Gandalf, and like some other characters. But either way, he was going crazy, and that's like he's like basically this is for the person who's in first place. That's why you can see him. I was like, that's kind of crazy. I don't know how it didn't register me how he was doing that too. I was like, how's he doing so many Okis in a row? But that's pretty amazing.
Power of just having too many potions and not knowing what to do with it.
Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, we'll be watching it. It'll be on the 14th apparently. So I guess that's the 13th for us. Maybe I've actually looked up what time or when it's gonna be. I haven't seen it yet, but apparently it's being hosted by Famitsu, which is sometimes a really big miss as far as live streaming goes. So we'll see. And then yeah, I guess that about does it really for this week. I guess it's time.
All right, let me pull out my phone and get ready to fight you.
This week, I guess for the next 5 days, there's a new gacha where you can.
It's by character type now,
Yeah.
which they haven't done in the time that I've played. I don't think.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I played much shorter than you, but
I mean, I'm not that much.
It's kind of interesting because I think attacker is actually probably one of the weakest ones, but that's one we're going for.
Well, it's because it's the Cosmo that you want the least too.
I mean, there's some good attackers. There's Birdman. There's Percival.
Well, there's lots of good attackers. Lancelot, Gandalf, Eugen, I believe, counts as an attacker.
Yeah,
But the main thing is that it's not one of the types that you go searching for because their Cosmo is actively detrimental to you.
yeah, but not only that, but I feel like a lot of those characters end up being like the gravy character and not really like the bread and butter.
Lancelot basically is one of the exceptions to that. Lancelot and Percival.
That's true, yeah.
Come back to Cool Knights. Oh, watch Siegfried become one of those. Actually, is Siegfried even an attacker? I have to look that up.
I don't know,
Or I look like a fool. Yeah. I mean, the
He's a
character
special
designation
type.
types.
He's
He's a
special
special
type.
type?
Yeah.
He doesn't even debuff!
Do you even
Those-
debuff? I don't know. I guess
those
it's probably
early
because of
char-
ability 3, honestly.
Yeah, those early characters are just so arbitrarily defined.
I imagine it's because of ability 3. But they just... it'd be nice if ability 3 were good. This time around. Well, anyways, I guess it's time to go.
Alright.
Rolling.
Rolling.
Loading. Spinning
Load.
circle.
Also loading.
I got a yellow.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Let's see what I got. It's still loading for me. Here we go. Oh, flat blue.
Alright.
But I got a bingo. I mean, that kind of counts, right?
I got a character. Yeah, I did get a character.
I got a
Oh,
bronze
man.
moon.
I got the water, the water titty.
Oh, you got Sig? You got
Yep.
a Narwhal?
Mm-hmm.
She's really good. I actually still have her on my SR team, and until I got Lancelot and Riruru, she was sitting on my front line. So you win this one.
What does that make it? 3-1-1?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a terrible record in money matches. Don't worry about it.
I don't think
mean-
we haven't rolled an SSR yet, aside from Star Gacha, obviously, but
That doesn't count.
it doesn't, yeah. I mean, if one of us rolled, I guess technically you rolled 2, so technically that kind of counts. Woohoo! Woohoo! What up, not a dude? So, yeah, I think that's it for this week. Remember to send us your mail if you have an idea for an awesome casino game for the Granblue Casino, which inevitably we will all be going back to because of casino skins. Don't pretend you don't want those. But yeah, let us know, especially if you have like a good detailed idea of like what it would be, kind of thing. Because we're kind of like not really sure either, honestly, what would actually be good.
There's just, I don't know. It's hard to make a casino game fun.
It is.
They're meant to just keep you occupied, and drinking and making bad judgment calls. If you're talking about real casino games.
I mean, casino is like mainstream sad life. Because there's anime where you spend all your money on like hug pillows and thin books, but then like the mainstream sad life is just like gambling it away. That's one way to go, I guess. If they do add a new game though, would they have to take new voice clips?
Yeah, they would. Who even voices the casino girl? Because I'm sure she's inexpensive.
I have no idea, but I feel like I've really gotten to know her,
Yeah. In that sort of like way that you learn to know your, prison PA system.
Alright, stream. I guess we're gonna call it this time. So do tune in back when we have I guess that'll be on a Thursday, so I actually can stream if it does happen. But I'll be looking at Famitsu and seeing when they're gonna be streaming that. If not, if we do miss it, if it's at like 2 a.m. our time, then we can time shift it and watch it later.
Yeah, I would be in for that.
And then there's also Sakura Taisen's basically Thursday our time. It's gonna be an interesting event one way or another.
It's going to be all of the nostalgia for me.
Yeah, it's gonna kind of be like lost on me, but oh well. I'm sure at least event-wise it'll be fun.
You know what the best thing about this is? I can get all of the Sakura Taisen nostalgia I need without having to play freaking Project Cross Zone.
That's right, that is a thing.
No, it is not a thing.
I heard those games were kind of subpar, but it's fun. I don't know.
I don't know about fun. I have a full rant about the Namco Cross Capcom Project Cross Zone designs. They're just
Alright then. Alright, stream. Thank you for tuning in as usual. Make sure to send us your mail. Anything you want to say this week?
Thank you for bringing me into Proto Baja HL, buddy. I'm your Huckleberry for Holy Saber. I'm ready.
Yeah, I haven't been doing it this week because I guess it's only been 2 days, but I haven't been doing it since the weekend.
It's fine.
But yeah, it's a fun fight, right? It's pretty fun.
It's scary when, you're in your unfavored element. Not that you would know anything about being an unfavorable element ever.
Until they add like a light phase to Proto Bahamut.
Or they're just gonna release Grande HL because you know that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm working on Dark too.
Nobody is going to enjoy Grande HL. There's just too many things going on in there, and it's like, oh, why am I getting my face eaten by dragons?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be mandatory to kill dragons, but I digress.
Yeah,
And,
we'll cross the bridge when we get there.
Yeah, as for normal stream news, you may have heard, I'm not going to stream anymore, mostly Monday, Wednesdays. I have to go to the gym, and I'm getting really fat with my desk job.
Oh, yeah, I'm with you there.
Very bad. So I gotta give up a little bit to get something too. But we'll be streaming consistently on Tuesdays, Thursdays, maybe even Saturday mornings, because I don't feel like it's much of a bun if I stream in the morning anymore, because I have a job. My mom can't be like, James, why are you playing video games at 7 a.m. in the morning? I'm like, I have a job now. Leave me alone, Mom. Close the door on her. Joke,
you showed her. You sure showed her.
I did. That was a joke. Alright, stream. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
See you next week, guys.